Same old divisional rival. A heck of a better game than we had been, but as always, same old result. Bills fans, I always have reason to worry whenever Buffalo plays New England. 'Cause you know, it's been 13 straight times since the Bills have beaten the Patriots. The streak, the sequel, seems to keep going, especially when pretty boy Brady is at quarterback. Well, unfortunately, you can make it 14 games now. We're just 6 games away from tying the Dolphins when we were over 70s against the Dolphins. You gotta wonder, Bob Kuechenberg somewhere is probably thinking of something to say. 'Cause you know, after he made that comment when he retired but came back saying, as long as I play for the Dolphins, Buffalo will never beat us. Well, you know, that first game of the 1980 season, we broke that 20-game losing streak to the Dolphins. And I just wonder, Bob Kuechenberg somewhere has got to be wondering, am I going to eat crow if I make another comment seeing what Brady and the Patriots have done? Well, let's take a look at some of the games, shall we? Well, as long as you give pretty boy Brady time to throw, he's going to eat you alive. There was no pass rush there by the Bills. Heck, Aaron Maben continues to be a colossal disappointment for a #1 draft pick. And they could only manage 1 quarterback sack. And that was after he had a few seconds to throw and there was coverage. Buffalo couldn't generate a pass rush even if you dangled meat in front of them. Where's Aaron Schobel when you need him? Oh yeah, he's retired. And even the switch to this 3-4 defense. Last couple of years, Buffalo couldn't stop a runner even if he was going to run almost into a concrete wall. The concrete wall was probably made out of reclaimed rubber. Buffalo allowed 2 nobodies as running backs yesterday. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, and Danny Woodhead to look like Chris Johnson and Adrian Peterson against them. But New England ran for almost 200 yards. Where was the run defense? But what thing is, I do have to commend Buffalo on a much better offensive performance. The switch to Ryan Fitzpatrick really paid dividends. Even if Fitzpatrick isn't really an all-pro, he's a lot better than that latest California boy that we've had at quarterback. And let's just take a look at it. Rob Johnson, J.P. Lossman, Trent Edwards, all California boys, all come to Buffalo to quarterback. All have been colossal disappointments as quarterbacks. And you know, I hear a rumor this morning that Buffalo is dangling Trent Edwards as trade bait. Well, you know, some piranhas probably might be swimming out of their prehistoric swim hole to grab him. Although I hope there's going to be no penis floating around in the water. If you watch that movie, you'll understand what I mean. But I just heard about that scene, and the thing is, I knew it would be a cheesy movie, so let's not get into it. But dangling Trent Edwards would be like dangling raw meat in front of my brother's dog, or me. As you know, us dogs like to protect the home front. Dogs like me'll bark. Of course, if it was Old Yeller, you know what they did? They shot him at the end of the movie. And nothing like that's going to happen to me. But you know, getting rid of Trent Edwards would probably be the best thing Buffalo could do. Because you know, we've given him every chance to succeed. And so far, he hasn't done squat. But with Fitzpatrick, we looked a lot better. Nice throws to Steve Johnson late in the game for the touchdown. And also the one there to C.J. Spiller on a nifty touchdown pass. And speaking of Spiller, it was a nice little breakout game for him. We were waiting for this to show why we drafted him number 1. That touchdown catch from Fitzpatrick. And that hell of a good 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown in the second half. But as always, you have pretty boy Brady, and you give him time to do his magic, and when Buffalo's defense can't measure up, you know what you get? Another loss. It's now at 14 and counting. Why, I hope that love-making accident, I hope that would have happened to Brady would have happened. But you know, it's wishful thinking sometimes. I hate him with a passion. I'd just like to see somebody mash him into the mud so maybe the Patriots would look ordinary one of these times. But as long as he's quarterback, and as long as Bill Belichick is the coach, that's what you're going to get. And that's what Buffalo has to look forward to every time. That big inferiority complex. Hell, we got one more chance later this year at home. And this time, let's show those Patriots what the Bills can do. Let's end this streak, shall we? I'm sick of losing to these guys from suburban Boston. Well, we got the Jets to look forward to next week. Mark Sanchez is a pretty good young quarterback. Hopefully what I thought Trent Edwards would be by now. But the Jets so far have been a pretty good disappointment. Although they did beat Miami yesterday, but the defense looks pretty porous. But hopefully we're back at Orchard Park, and let's hope we can win one from the jaws of a team that's expected to go to the Super Bowl. I'm Ken Haas. That's my story. And let's try to win one. 0-3. I don't like the sound of it.